Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I've got a good one for you today, a bit of a blast from the past. This is quite an old replay, as you can tell by looking at that dirty great big gun on the front of that Tier 6 KV-1S. Yep, that's the old KV-1S with the 122mm gun, the D25T. Depending on how new you are to World of Tanks, you might never have seen the old KV-1S. Platoons of this thing in Tier 6 battles, oh, the carnage. It was glorious, as long as you were in the KV-1S platoon. Not so much fun if you were on the other team. This is the not-so-famous one. He's not in a KV-1S platoon. He is platooned with the Jingster up ahead there and the T-3485, so they're both Tier 6. And it is a Tier 6 maximum match here on the Arctic map, which is based on the Mannerheim line in Finland. However, as you can tell by looking at the team lists, most of the players in this match are pretty terrible, and in fact XVM rates the not-so-famous one's team's chances of winning this match at 32%. And that's pretty much down to two players on the enemy team, the Hellcat and the T-3485 driver, who are, statistically speaking, the best players in this match. So if the team can kill either of those two guys early on, the chances of winning this match are going to improve drastically. And the enemy Hellcat, you can see him just there, over on the right side of the screen, on top of that hill, has managed to get himself isolated from the rest of his team. Now, did the Hellcat rush forward too aggressively, or did the rest of his team hang back too passively? Let's be generous and say the rest of his team hung back too passively, because the Hellcat has got nowhere to go now. He's on top of that hill, and, well, he's got a KV-1 coming around from one side, and the rest of the not-so-famous one's team doing their very best Finding Nemo seagull impression, all scrambling after each other to be the one to kill him. Well, not all of them, because the not-so-famous one, and Jingster there and the T-3485 are paying attention and doing their best to make sure that their team don't all get shot up in the flank and killed one by one by any of the Hellcat's teammates. Look at the Hellcat, he's like, no, go on, bugger off, leave me alone. Get away, you big bullies. And the not-so-famous one is doing a pretty good job of ensuring that his teammates can kill that guy. I mean, look at them all. What do you think, the Hellcat's chocolate flavoured or something? But they managed to kill the guy without taking any further losses, because the not-so-famous one in the KV-1S and Jingster and the T-3485 were both covering the approach of anybody that tried to come to the Hellcat's aid. However, have a look at the other end of the map. Oh, it's not good. It's not good at all. That Hellcat driver's Jimmy's got severely rustled by that, by the way. He's about to turn into a complete arsehole in chat. Which is hilarious because, well, you'll see what I mean. Obviously, the not-so-famous one paying attention to his map, he's realised that they're about to start getting capped, and there it is. And then the Hellcat driver spits his dummy out and starts crying in chat. Good luck going back to your base, retards. He thinks he's won. So he's dead, stupid, and wrong. Fantastic. Just goes to prove once again that it doesn't matter how good or bad you are at playing World of Tanks, it doesn't mean you're not an arsehole. But don't worry, he is an equal opportunity arsehole. He's going to start slagging his own team off in a minute as well, because that's just the nice kind of guy he is. Now, not-so-famous one, obviously, paying attention to his map, came back in time to one-shot kill the T-28. Because that's just what the KV-1S used to do. He's leaving the Covenanter and the ELC AMX to his buddy Jingster in the T-3485. And he's heading across to block the advance of that VK3601H. So it's heavy tank against heavy tank. Now, he has been spotted, obviously. I mean, the Covenanter was shooting at him. Both the Covenanter and the ELC are pinging his position. Or they would be if they weren't, you know, dead or about to die. And there goes the ELC. So the 3601H knows, or he should, that there's a KV-1S driving right up to him. What's this? He's still got his gun pointing at the T-3485, and takes a big old hit. That's an above average damage roll, 390 average damage for this gun, but what's this? He drives right up to him, and the guy's still not paying any attention to him. It's only now he turns his gun around, he's like, whoa, tank! Nobody said they had tanks! What the hell? Where did you come from, you big bastard? What was the 3601H thinking? I don't know. But anyway, he's dead, and we're not. Now, there's only 3 of us left. And... okay, there's only 2 of us left, and there's 6 remaining tanks on the enemy team. And the T-3485 on the enemy team is not a bad player at all. He's also a complete arsehole, just like the guy in the Hellcat, but he's not a bad player. Actually, speaking of the Hellcat driver, what was it he said again? Good luck getting back to your base now, retards. He doesn't have much to say for himself now, does he? However, let's not get too excited, because it is 2 against 6. Although they are both in top tier tanks, and one of them's a KV-1S, but the enemy team have got a KV-1S as well, and a T-3485, and a Type 58, and so, you know, they're not short of tier 6 tanks themselves, and there's the KV-1S. And while this is, or was rather, a very good gun, on the KV-1S it wasn't very accurate, and it's impossible to aim for weak spots with this thing. This was the kind of machine that you just literally rolled up to them and derped them in the face. And now they're in trouble because the Type 58's behind them. He scores 1 hit on the KV-1S. Pulls back into cover. The Type 58 back there is a one-shot kill for both the Jingster and the not-so-famous one. But as long as he's alone back there, he's probably not going to be too keen in exposing himself and risking getting killed. And that's when things start to go wrong. That was a bounce with premium ammunition from the T-3485 on the enemy team, and now the T-34 has also joined the Type 58, and the Type 58's got shots into the not-so-famous one's flank. And then the KV-1S starts pushing up. He takes a hit from the T-3485, plants another one into the KV-1S, but it isn't enough to kill him, and then he gets himself stuck. While he's trying to dig himself out of the hole that he's just gotten himself into, Jingster in the T-3485 decides to step up and be the duty hero. Glory lasts forever, chicks dig scars, and there's no prize for best looking corpse, so let's do this thing. Now bear in mind that there's no sign of the Churchill or the AMX-40 yet. I mean, they're both slow tanks, but they've had plenty of time to get here by now. And oh, there's the AMX-40, late to the party, as always. However, he can't afford to hang around and wait for fresh reinforcements to arrive. He's got to nail these guys and keep the flank secure. So who's he going to go for first? It's looking like the Type 58. And yep, takes a hit, but he nails the Type 58. He's got the health to spare, he can afford to trade. They can't. Backs off behind the rock, aims at the AMX-40, and fires just as the guy disappears off the radar, takes him out. All that's left is the T-34, who's probably not feeling very confident anymore. And where is he? He was behind that rock on the far side. But we lost track of him for a moment there. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's making a break for it. Got him. Now, don't forget that the not-so-famous one, while all this was going on, while the Jingster was killing these 3 enemy tanks at the rear, the not-so-famous one has been sitting stuck in a hole the entire time, with a T-3485 and an enemy KV-1S right in front of him. And it's only now, when they could have rushed him and killed him at any time, it's only now that he finally manages to reverse out, just in time to say hello in the best possible way to the T-3485. And the Churchill's finally turned up. He made it. Yay! Just in time to get obliterated by the not-so-famous one's KV-1S, which gives him a Top Gun. And Jingster in the T-3485 is sitting there on 5 kills as well. It'd be nice if he could get 6 as well, wouldn't it? So that's in fact exactly what they're going to do. And it's around about now that the guy in the T-3485, there it is, starts raging. And he'll soon be joined by the arsehole in the Hellcat. Yes, that's right. Maybe the not-so-famous one is a no-skill scrub in an overpowered tank, but you just got your arse kicked by a no-skill scrub in an overpowered tank, and it didn't matter how much gold ammo you threw at him. So it sucks to be you. And look at this, sharing the kills in a truly communist fashion. There it is. I'll take the hits, and you can take the kill. Now that's teamwork. The not-so-famous one in the old KV-1S, earning himself his Ace Tanker badge as well as crucial contribution, 12 kills between the platoon. Brothers in Arms, 3 kills for each platoon member, and they both survived the match. High Caliber and Top Gun. And let's hear it for, actually I have a confession to make, I've been getting his name wrong the entire video. It's not Jingster, it's Jinxers in the T-3485. Also got 6 kills and the crucial contribution and Brothers in Arms and a Naden's medal. I actually had to go and look that one up. Apparently You get that for killing all enemy light tanks in a battle, at least 3 of them. That's not bad at all for a pair of scrubs, with a 32% chance to win. Hope you enjoyed the video, folks. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.